Okay, so this question will really test your rearranging skills. That's what this is all about. So it's a percentage yield question. We know that percentage yield equals your actual moles over your theoretical moles times 100. Some people call this the maximum possible moles. That's fine, just a different name for the same thing. So what do these two things mean? Well, your actual moles is the moles of product, your useful product, that you actually got. Your theoretical moles is the maximum number of moles you could have got if everything went perfectly. Now, in an equation with a 1-to-1 molar ratio, which your equation did, didn't it? It was just a hydrogenation of an alkene, a 1-to-1 ratio. Your theoretical moles is just the moles of your limiting reagent. So in this case, it's going to be the propene. So actual moles is moles of product, and assuming it's a 1-to-1 ratio, your theoretical moles will be your moles of limiting reagent. So we can substitute that in. I can say my percentage yield, well, rather than saying actual moles, we know that moles is mass over MR. So I can say the mass of my product, propane, over the MR of my product, propane, times by 100. And I can do the same for the thing on the bottom. I can say, rather than saying theoretical moles, that is the mass of my reactant, propene, over the MR of my reactant, my limiting reagent, propene. And again, that only works because it's a 1-to-1 ratio. If this was a 1-to-2 ratio, we'd need to take that into account. We can then rearrange. So what are we trying to find? We are trying to find our mass of product. So we need to make our mass of propane the subject of the expression. So this term on the bottom here, we're going to pull it up here by multiplying. So I can say my mass of propane over my MR of propane is equal to my percentage yield times by the mass of propene divided by the MR of propene. This times by 100, we can pull down there as divide. So that's going to be divided by 100. That's a times there. Finally, we can take this MR of propane, pull it to the top up here, and so your final equation will be the mass of propane is equal to your percentage yield times by the mass of propene times by the MR of propane divided by the MR of propene by 100.